Let's teach them Satanism while we stand behind the identity of God. We'll not only teach them Satanism, we'll rule them in Satanism while we'll make the institutions seem as if they're of God. It wouldn't even matter because they'll all be under the same umbrella. Democrats and Republicans, the original Bloods and Crips.
Divide and conquer. To make a group of people disagree and fight with one another so that they will not join together against one. His military strategy is to divide and conquer. It's been more than a decade since then North Carolina House Speaker Thom Tillis uttered his infamous but accurate description of the strategy that he and his fellow Republicans would need in order to remain ascendant in state politics. In 2011, Tillis told an audience of supporters in western North Carolina that the key to GOP victories was to divide and conquer their potential adversaries by convincing a large subset of that group to look down on people of low income who might find themselves reliant upon public assistance. Or, as Tillis put it offensively, these people who choose to get into a condition that makes them dependent on the government. The government doesn't create money for everyone, but it does create money through the Federal Reserve and other central banks. The Federal Reserve, the Fed, creates money by buying securities on the open market, changing the Fed funds rate, and adding funds to bank reserves. The Fed doesn't print money, but it does direct the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to print paper money. Central banks issue money as a liability, which is typically called reserve deposits. These deposits are only available to central bank account holders, which are usually large commercial banks and foreign central banks. Commercial banks also create money. The government doesn't offer free money or grants to people for personal needs. These account holders are able to use money issued by the central bank, which is called reserve deposits. Central banks create money by increasing the amount of reserve deposits, which they can do by making loans to account holders, purchasing assets from account holders, and recording an asset. Central banks also manage a country's money supply and monetary policy to stabilize the economy. For example, during inflation, a central bank might raise interest rates to reduce spending. The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States. It's a public institution that's not owned by any individual or organization. The U.S. Treasury has a checking account with the Federal Reserve, where it deposits federal tax revenue and makes government payments. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer, means that over time, the gap between wealthy individuals and those living in poverty tends to widen, with the wealthy accumulating more wealth while the poor struggle to improve their financial situation, essentially signifying growing economic inequality. Key points about this phrase. Matthew effect. This phrase is often linked to the Matthew effect from the Bible, where those who have are given more, while those who have little are taken from them, further illustrating the concept of increasing disparity. Investment and opportunity. Wealthy individuals can often invest their money in ways that generate further wealth, while those with low income may lack the resources to do so, contributing to the widening gap. Social and economic factors. Factors like access to education, healthcare, and job opportunities can also play a role in perpetuating this inequality. Inequality is the state of being unequal, particularly in terms of rights, status, and opportunities. It can be viewed from different perspectives, including income inequality, the extent to which income is distributed evenly within a population; wealth inequality, the distribution of wealth across individuals or households at a given time; inequality of opportunity, the impact of circumstances beyond an individual's control on their income, such as gender, ethnic background, or family socioeconomic status; gender discrimination. Gender discrimination in social institutions and other gender issues, such as violence against women. Inequality can be considered at different levels, from local communities to the global level. The most common measures of inequality are based on household-level data, such as income, consumption, or assets. Inequality is a central concept in social justice theories, but it can be confusing in public debate because it can mean different things to different people. For example, the United States has higher income and wealth inequality than almost any other developed country. Some experts attribute this to the country's history of slavery and racist economic policies.
Yup, there you go. The United States got rich through slavery, free labor, theft, money laundering, murder, and pillaging all other countries around the world. So when I say everything is under the same umbrella, it's under the same umbrella. Everything. cowards need wars to survive and stay in